Welcome back to another episode of Quick Picks with the Geek. I am your host, Bro Power the Geek. This fight feels like a classic UFC gamble. Do you trust the untested, shiny prospect, or the guy who's been through the meat grinder already? We got Rhys McKee versus Axel Sola. Let's break it down. Rhys Skeletor McKee coming in as a plus 110 underdog with a record of 14-6. McKee is dangerous because when he throws with intent. 11 of his 14 wins have ended by knockout. At 6'2", with a ridiculous 78-inch reach, he's built like a coat rack, but swings like he's trying to break one. He does his best work in the clinch, mixing in elbows, knees, and volume that can overwhelm opponents. And you can never question his toughness. The man absorbs punches like his head's sponsored by Everlast. The problem? He eats way too many of those shots, absorbing nearly 8 significant strikes per minute with a defense rating that looks like a failed math test at 46%. Add in his 41% takedown defense, and you start to see why his UFC record has been rough. But McKee insists he's finally arrived. And if he can shore up the defense just a little, his pressure and striking volume make him a real problem for anyone. Axel Sola coming in as a minus 140 favorite with a record of 10-0. Sola fights like the prototype of a modern MMA prospect. Sharp southpaw boxing, constant movement, and a kicking game that controls distance beautifully. He's comfortable at range, comfortable in the clinch, and if it hits the mat, he can wrestle and flow to back control like he's been there 100 times. The kid has fight IQ. He game plans well, he adjusts mid-fight, and he carries a pace that drowns opponents. Sounds perfect, right? Well, here's the catch. He's undefeated on the regional scene, which is basically like beating up your little brother's friends. He hasn't fought anyone near McKee's level of experience, and in fact, he's been in a few close calls against smaller opponents. We also don't know how he handles getting hit clean, because the UFC welterweight division is not the place you want to find out. Your chin isn't real. So, who wins? If Sola keeps this clean, picks his shots, and mixes in the wrestling when needed, he can neutralize McKee's pressure and win minutes with volume and control. If he can turn this into a high IQ measured fight, he probably cruises. But if McKee can turn it ugly, drag Sola into a phone booth brawl, and land that sneaky clinch power, he could hand the undefeated kid his first welcome to the UFC moment. McKee's durability means he's not going away easily, and if Sola gasses from that pace, things get dangerous quick. Official pick, Rhys McKee. I think he makes this a scrap. Sola's got the tools, but this is a massive step up, and I'm banking on McKee's experience, pressure, and chin to drag him into deep water and drown the prospect hype. Give me McKee by knockout, crashing the undefeated party like the uninvited guy who eats all the snacks. If you enjoyed this, go ahead and smash that like button. If you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss a beat when the next video drops. And don't be shy. Leave a comment below and let me know who you got winning this fight. Let's see who really has the crystal ball around here. Until next time.